by and large, both the Christian and Muslim traditions, they view politics and political players with a certain amount of skepticism and disdain. And historically speaking, the number of individuals who have been both saintly and political players at the same time can probably be counted on the fingers of one hand. And this is true historically and scripturally as well. There are scriptural references in the Bible and in the prophetic sayings that really speak against getting too much involved in politics. A good religious person always has to place God first, and a good political player will always place country first. So the question that I have really is a personal question. Do you not think that if one person wishes to excel in one of the two, faith or politics, excel and not just necessarily be a member, because you have Muslim politicians and Christian politicians, but to truly excel in one of the two, is that not done at the expense of the other?
Well, that is a very good question. But I think, no, it's not. First of all, I think, for people of religious faith to disdain politics is very often, and I'm going to be quite sort of rough here on the religious side of the equation, it's very often because they can be permitted never to take a difficult decision, right? They can be permitted to simply sail above the practical things in life that have to be sorted out, right? And actually the best religious people, in my view, have a respect for politics because they do actually understand that it's about difficult social, economic, broadly political questions. And also, incidentally, there are religious leaders, not least the Prophet, who were in fact political leaders and who had to take very difficult political decisions and decisions in relation to war and peace too. So I would actually say, on the contrary, and this is my second point, that if you are in public life, yes, there will be situations of compromise and expediency, but my point is that I think what faith helps, and it's not again, let me emphasize, not the only route to it, but it is a major route to it, helps draw a limit to that at some point. So that you might, let's take an issue to do which is a difficult issue, and there's been a major issue here and elsewhere. Let's say the issue of torture, right? Let's say you think somebody has got information, you think you need that information in order to save other lives. It's not easy, these decisions. But I think at some point you say, no, that's not possible. That is fundamentally antithetical to the values we believe in. As I say, personally, I derive those values through faith, but you don't have to derive them through faith, but I think it helps in that way. So I would say that actually the best religious leaders understand the world of politics, and it is at least helpful if the world of politics understand the issues to do with faith. And I think there should not be disdain on either side, but it's a healthy dialogue to have between your conscience and your constituency. I think I think that's another thing I'd say, that it's actually healthy that process goes on in the decision maker's mind. There are some people who the process may not go on at all. It's got nothing to do. It's about interest, and here's my interest, and that's what I do. I think it is at least healthy that in the decision maker's mind that process is engaged with.